what's up you guys? This is Hailey here from Hailey Tries It, and today we're going to be trying something that I haven't tried on this channel or on my other channel before, but we are going to be trying on spray-on makeup. I am hoping this stuff works so it can cut my makeup time down. I was at Sally's where I shop frequently, and I found a lot of spray-on makeup that was clearance. This one I got for $4.50, which was foundation. I got some sealant, makeup sealing spray, some face primer, which we'll be using, some blush, and then we got 3 different colors of spray on nail polish. Now with this spray on nail polish, it does say you have to have their adhesive base coat, but China Glaze no longer makes their strong adhesive base coat. At least Sally's does not sell it, and the other boutique that I usually go to does not sell it, and neither does my Ulta. So I'm going to be trying out one of my base coats to see if these actually work. So let's just jump in with the first item. So the first item that we are actually going to be trying is the Barely Sheer Airbrush Cosmetics Spray On Face Primer. Pretty much it says shake can for 5 seconds to activate, hold can 6 to 8 inches away from your face, and spray in light pulses onto your face. So I'm going to zoom you guys in, and we are going to be trying this. We're going to be shaking this for 5 seconds. It says spray in light pulses, and it kind of shows you a diagram of going like out from the center. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. I'm scared, you guys. Oh! Okay. It's not like an airbrush. This one isn't, so. It does not smell really like anything, but it doesn't smell like just water. It feels like water going onto the face, so that is a good thing for me. It is not like airspray, like, I just spit a little bit, sorry. It is not just like airspray, it's like, you know, so that's kind of good. It is a pump. It does say the first ingredient is water and the second ingredient is glycerin, which is super, super nice. I think glycerin is a huge ingredient for setting spray or setting anything. I'm trying to look. Like with my Ulta one, oh, the first ingredient isn't even any of that. But I do use the Flawless Primer. So I'm just going to let this sit. Help it dry just a little faster. Does anybody else do this to help some of their stuff dry faster? Okay, so one thing that I am feeling right now with this, it is like textured just a tiny bit, and I feel like I am peeling it off. It's kind of sticky. You can hear that. To where, like, compared to my arm, it is kind of sticky, which, I mean, it doesn't feel sticky like just on my face. It does feel filling, which I don't know if it's closing up my pores or if it's helping my pores. I'm not for sure. There could be a reason why this stuff was on clearance. Let's let it dry just for a little bit more, and we will hopefully the stickiness will go away. I don't think the stickiness is going away, but we're just gonna have to go on to the next product. So this, I mean, it comes out very well. It just feels sticky. I can feel something on my face, and I usually can't feel that when I am using a different primer, just like the Ulta one. I can't feel the product on my face. But we're gonna just keep on going. The next thing we do have is the Barely Sheer Spray On Foundation, and this is in the shade 3. It seemed like shade 1 shade 1 was almost pure white, and shade 2 was just like a step from pure white. So this one seemed to match my skin tone the best, which I usually have to get like 101 or 102. So I'm gonna spray this, and then this one seems to have a different applicator than the other one, if you want to compare them. So I don't know if this is gonna spray like that one. I don't think it will. Oh no, it's not. Okay, let's just. Does it have any? Okay, so kind of just do it. This, oh God, I don't know how to explain this. It doesn't really have a smell. I mean, and you do have to shake it a lot just to get even some product out of it. And like, I mean, I feel like it takes a lot of product just to get some decent coverage. I mean, and I'm horribly terrified to look in a mirror to use this because I'm afraid I'm going to get stuff in my eye. See, there's a little bit, if you guys wants to zoom, there's a little bit better coverage. It is still wet. This also is definitely a lot darker than the can. I mean, look at that color. Come on. It is horrible. I mean, seriously, that's like a difference of 3 shades. So why the hell put that shade on your can and have it come out like this? I mean, look. That is definitely too dark for me. And it's a number 3. There is nothing else. It doesn't say like dark or medium. It just says shade 3. And I would go by what the can color is for my shade. So this sucks. This is definitely not even my shade. And they didn't have any others that were lighter than this because you can always go a tiny bit darker. But this sucks. This is horrible. And I mean it sprays on, but number one, it's gonna take forever to dry. No, the shade not matching makes it a huge no for me. This brand, Barely Sheer, sucks. Especially their foundation. I'm sorry, I'm super mad about this. Because, I mean, this is not even my shade. This is not even my shade. I'm gonna have to take this all off. Okay, well, since I do have a couple other cosmetics to try that has to be on top of foundation, I'm going to finish my face with this color that does not match, and so we can just keep on going because this stuff sucks. Okay, so I am now finished, I believe, covering all my skin. Let me get like a mirror. I mean, whew, holy crap. Yeah, don't get this. Do not get this at all. I'm sorry, but oh my god! I've never been this dark in my life! Damn! And it's gonna take forever to dry. So, we're gonna wait for this stuff to dry, but I will say this is a shade 3 if you do purchase their products. This is definitely not the same shade on the can. It does not instantly dry, which I wish it would. Of course, me being this dark does make my teeth look super white. I just noticed that. No. I would never go out wearing this. And it's also going to take a little bit to dry. And I feel like with my regular foundation, which I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, it would dry a lot faster when I apply it, because I do thin coats and I use the artisan brushes, which apply it beautifully, and it actually applies a little faster than this, because you do with this one have to go over many parts, make sure everything is covered, and then you gotta wait for it to dry. So we're gonna help up the drying process with my super handy dandy little Star Wars play pack book. But yeah, so the foundation is now dry, or at least as dry as it's going to be. So next we're going to be trying on their Barely Sheer Spray On Rose Blush. Now I like my blush very natural. I mean, maybe a tiny bit more than natural just because I don't know when to stop. But I'm scared with this. I really am scared with this just because of, how the foundation turned out. I'm scared. And the foundation kind of is lightening up just a tiny bit as it oxidizes, but this is still not my shade. This is still not my shade. So, I'm going to be spraying this on my arm first, just to see how the color turns out. Oh gosh. That smells awful. This one smells really bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. That stuff smells horrible. The other two didn't really have a smell to it. It just had like a watery kind of smell. This one has a smell to it. The color, it's supposed to be rosy red, I believe. Rose blush. I believe the color does match. Let's zoom back in, just zoom in just a little bit, and we'll see if it blends out very easily. No, it's just like smearing. I did put on a lot, so keep that in mind. I mean, it's just smearing, in my opinion. And it can smear so much to where it's like, I mean, it's kind of noticeable. This arm is gonna need like a deep cleaning after this. We're just gonna do, and then we're gonna try to smear it out or blend it out with my fingers. So shake it for 5 seconds. And then just, okay, I did get into my hairline, that is my fault. A little bit too pinky for me, but with just a tiny bit, it does smear out pretty easily with your fingers. Of course, the product does get on your fingers, and it does take some of the foundation off of your face. That, I believe, is a problem with the foundation and not the blush. So I'm not going to hold that against it. Let's try the other side. We're just going to try. Ooh. I mean, and I feel like as blending, I took off most of the product and most of my foundation. Yeah, because I can make lines of foundation down my arm. So this stuff is a no-go as well. I know why it was now on the clearance shelf at Sally's, because it sucks balls. So we've got one thing left from them that we're going to try, and it's just their spray-on makeup sealant. Now, this might work really well. Right now, I do use the NYX setting spray, so this one might work as well, and it looks like it has the same pump as the primer. The primer might work as well, too. I mean, the primer, there's nothing really to test primer other than like all day and using my whole beauty routine, which oh, I got some of it in my mouth. What is the ingredient? It kind of smells like pool water. Like that chlorine-y kind of smell. Okay. So I sprayed this on. We're going to let it dry. Tastes really bad. I'm going to speed up a little bit of the drying time. But as it's drying, we are going to now be trying out a couple of the spray-on nail polishes. I got these for $1.50 a piece. Couldn't help myself because I'm hoping they work. But, I mean, I still feel like even with these spray-on ones, because I have seen them work pretty well, you still got to be able to put a base coat on there. So, I mean, if you can't put a base coat on there, how the hell are you going to be able to put... I mean, you'd be able to put nail polish if you could do a base coat. So, not impressed with this spray-on stuff. I did get a bunch of other stuff from Sally's, which is stuff that I really can't, like, try instantly. I can, though. We do this in a later video. This is a peel-off base coat that just came out in the States, and I found it at Sally's, and I decided to get it. It was $12.50, and it's the Mini Manny Moo Mess No More Liquid Tape for your nails. So, this is what it looks like. I'm super excited to try that. I will be trying that in a later video. And then, pretty sure, okay, yeah, and then it's clear when it dries. So yeah, I mean, it's like peel-off base coat. I'm super excited because I need a peel-off base coat. But yeah, so I'm going to let this dry, and as this is drying, we're going to be trying a couple different things on me nails. Alright, so for all my nails, I'm going to be using the OPI Natural Nail Base Coat. It is not a clear coat, it really is a base coat for these because you do have to put a base coat on. So I'm going to tip the camera down so you guys can see exactly what we're doing. Alright, so we're going to be doing everything onto my left hand because my right hand is dominant. So we're going to be using the OPI Natural Base Coat instead of the one that they suggest you use, which they suggest that you use, it says apply a glaze strong adhesive base coat on a clean nail and allow to dry. But I don't have that, so we're going to be doing this, and hopefully, Star Wars again, hopefully this works as well, because, I mean, if it doesn't, I'm going to have to get that base coat and then try it again. So I'm going to be, we have 4 different colors, or 3 different colors, so I'm going to be doing 3 different nails. So we'll be painting this one. It's too much. Painting this one first. See, I can barely paint with my dominant hand, let alone my other hand. I'm going to let that sit and dry for about 10 minutes. And then we will be back. Look, this hand is a lot darker than this hand. Isn't that weird? Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes. This hand just has the base coat on it, and this hand does not have anything on it. So it says in the instructions to pretty much spray a light layer of the colored nail polish all over your nail, allow it to dry, spray a second layer, and then put on a base coat, or put on a top coat. So we're going to be doing a couple different nails with different colors. The 3 colors we do have here are bright blue, purple shimmer, and platinum silver. So we're just going to be doing one at a time, and then we're also going to be spraying them on the hand that does not have anything on it to see if the base coat actually does something. So, oh, that is super cold. That is super cold, and I'm going to zoom you in even more. And you can tell, I mean, look at my nail. It doesn't really have a lot of polish on it at all. It doesn't really stay, and there's actually more on here. Okay, that one came out just a little better. Ooh, okay. The silver one I think turned out the best, because I can kind of still see my nail under those 2. That one, pretty much one coat wonder. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry, which they shouldn't take too long to dry because they are spray-on acrylic nail polish. Then let's just try another one of these. Oh, that is super cold. It is super, super cold. Ooh. Super cold, super, super cold. That to me is just no. Okay, so we've got the 2 colors here, and I'm going to let them dry. The blue one sucks. The purple one, you can tell, you can still see my nail through it. It says allow it to dry. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry. I mean, I would feel like it would dry somewhat instantly, but yeah. Let's go over another coat with the blue. This is just... And then let's go over a coat with the purple. Whew! Whew! And then with this. Okay, so 2 coats of the silver and the purple, I believe does it color-wise. The blue one, not so much. It's not that opaque, the blue one, but the purple one seems to be, I mean, it's not the best. The silver one is the best. I mean, I rank them 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to put another coat on the blue ones. I feel like by now, though, I could have just regularly painted my nails. Instead of having to deal with this, I got all this crap on the back of my hand as well. We're going to be doing another coat. Also, this stuff is really cold, like, to the point of, like, freezing, but the bottles aren't cold. Like, you know when you get spray bottles and you use too much product, it becomes cold, and you can just kind of just let it heat up. The bottles aren't cold, but the product that comes out of it is extremely cold. I'm going to let these dry, and then we're going to be putting on a top coat, and we will then be trying to wash this off. The top coat on it, because I believe it is dry by now. It should be, at least, with the spray on. And we're going to hopefully, cross our fingers, be able to wash this stuff off. And if not, I'm going to have to get some paint thinner to actually get the stuff off. So I'm going to zoom out just a tiny bit. And we're going to be doing another coat of this on top. Let's be honest. I mean, with the different colors, with the different layers I had to do, For me, I don't usually paint my nails normally. I paint on a nail polish mat and then put the finished product on my nails just because I like doing that a little better. But yeah, so I'm gonna let this dry for another 10 minutes and we will try out to see if this stuff comes off. We have Anna here with us. As she's been here the entire time, you guys have probably been able to hear her. My eyelids look extremely white. All right, so I'm gonna tilt you guys down and we're going to be trying to wash this off in the sink. And we're using some Dial Foaming hand soap to help us. So hopefully this goes well because I'm a little unsteady. All right, so I'm gonna turn the water on about medium. It's really loud for you guys, my bad. And just gonna get some soap on here. A generous amount, I think, is what we're gonna need. I'm running out of soap. All right, we're just gonna start scrubbing. Hopefully this stuff comes off. Will it stay on my nails though? It's cold. Okay. So it's come off my nails mostly. There's a couple different spots that it's missed. So I'm gonna put on some more soap. We're gonna kind of be scrubbing more. And I will say most of it did come off. As you can tell right here, most of it did come off my fingers. As you get a little closer though, which I will zoom you guys here in a second. If you get closer, you can see my sink. If you get closer, you can tell around my cuticles, it did stain and stay there, which could be a problem with my primer or me painting the beginning. But other than that, it stayed on pretty well. I'm actually impressed that it worked. It got off all my skin and it just stayed to the fingernail polish. I'm really impressed with this actually. All right, so I just finished getting most of this off of my skin. It came off really easily in the sink, which I was actually surprised that this stuff actually worked like that. Is this something I'm going to keep using? Probably not, because I do have other systems of doing my nail polish a lot easier, but these do work. If you have a steady enough hand to put on a base coat perfectly and a top coat perfectly, then these are going to work really well for you. If you don't, like me, and you have fingernail polish just around the edges and around the rim, then it's not going to work out perfectly, and you might want to use regular nail polish so that you have a little bit more leniency, or use a nail polish mat. If you are going to be looking for a nail polish mat, I suggest the Uber Chic nail polish mat. You can get them on Amazon. They're like 15 bucks and they work really, really well, and I really like using those. But so for the spray on makeup, most of it was a complete bust. The only thing that I would maybe even salvageably use would be the primer, and I don't even know if that works and stays on all day because this stuff is so bad that I'm going to be taking it off here instantly. Look, and I can just peel it off without any soap or water, and it just does not stay. It just feels awful. I would never, ever, ever use this. The makeup polish, the nail polish I will be keeping. I will not be throwing that in the trash with the other stuff. And the primer I will probably be keeping and trying here in a, hopefully like on a whole day kind of thing, to see if it actually does prime and set your makeup really well. But that's actually all I have for you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, join whatever we want to call ourselves, the Product Testing Group of America. No, probably not. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos. And also don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel, Should You Buy It. That's where I do all couponing and how to save money almost on anything. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!